Hello class. So let's begin with our topic today, Civics Chapter 3, Constitutional Design. Okay, so as a ninth standard kid, everyone know that Constitution is there in our country. It is compulsory for each and every democratic country to have a constitution, their proper rules and regulations, so that each and every citizen of that country is able to enjoy equal rights. That's why mainly constitution is designed. Rules and regulations, what all things to be done in a country, what is allowed, what is not allowed, freedom to everyone, no discrimination, elections, everything is mentioned in our constitution. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about democratic constitution in South Africa. What were the problems racial discrimination South Africa faced? Apartheid. Apartheid means racial discrimination on skin color, caste. How did they meet all the problems? How did they came out from there? How did they make their own constitution? And then slowly, different countries. So each and everything we are going to learn in this slide. So I welcome you all to our PowerPoint presentation of Constitutional Design for 9th Standard Civics 3rd chapter. Okay, so first of all, let's see what are the contents here. Okay, what is a constitution? Democratic constitution in South Africa, struggle against apartheid, the end of the policy of apartheid, towards a new constitution, about Nelson Mandela, why do we need a constitution? Do we need a constitution? Circumstances under which the Indian constitution was drawn up, the path to constitution, the constituent assembly, Indian constitution a living document, guiding values of Indian constitution. So these are the contents which we are going to cover in this chapter. So let's begin. Introduction. Here, as I told you, this lesson deals with the word constitution as a whole. In this chapter, we are going to take the example of South Africa. In respect to apartheid, what is apartheid? The problems faced by the South Africans, the period in which Indian constitution was made, the key features of our constitution, the people who helped in drafting the constitution, each and everything we are going to learn in this chapter, right? So let's begin. What is a constitution? The basic rule that the citizens and the government have to follow are called as constitution. The constitution is the supreme law of the country. The constitution determines the rights of citizens, the powers of the government, and how the government should function. Okay, so these are the three main things what we are going to understand what is constitution. As I told you earlier, the basic rules that the citizen and the government have to follow. It's not that the government is there, they are the leaders, so they can do whatever they want. No, that's wrong. As the government, as a citizen, what are our duties about what we should conserve our environment, pollution-free environment, respecting others, no racial discrimination, equal treatment, freedom, everything is the basic rule which is mentioned in our constitution. And our constitution is considered as the supreme law of the country. And also the constitution determines the rights of citizens, the parts of the government, and how the government should function. All these things are determined in the constitution. Democratic constitution in South Africa. Struggle against apartheid. As I told you, what is the meaning of apartheid? Apartheid means the policy of racial discrimination. Policy of racial discrimination. What is the meaning of racial discrimination? That means no equal treatment given to all the people living in that country. According to race, according to the caste, according to the skin color, discrimination is done. That is known as racial discrimination, and the policy is known as apartheid. And how did South Africa struggle against apartheid? How did Nelson Mandela, the leader, how did he become the president? And all these things we are going to learn in this chapter. Apartheid is referred to the policy of discrimination on the basis of race and skin color. Please think about the situation that when anybody is discriminating you according to your skin color, how do you feel when you are done so? When anybody does the same thing with you, how do you feel? That you are a dark skin color, so you cannot sit beside me. You are a colored person, so you cannot stand in this queue. How can somebody do this type of discrimination in a country? How will the people, how will the citizens over there face this problem? Education, no proper education, not able to go to the church where other white people are worshipping. Black people, skin colored people cannot go there. Banks are different, queues are different, parks are different, sitting. We cannot sit on this bench. It's written that only for whites. When this thing comes in our real life, that time we understand what is the problem. So here in this chapter, we are going to see how the South Africans face this problem. Main features of apartheid. Apartheid system was particularly oppressive for the blacks. They were forbidden from living in white areas. They could work in white areas only if they had a permit. They were considered as slaves because they were black in color. That was the situation what South Africans faced. Dark skinned people faced. That they cannot live in the area where whites are living. And where the whites are living, that colonies are well good, nicely maintained, proper drainage system, everything was good. But the colonies where black people live, nobody looked after that. Nobody was eager to know what the problems they faced there, what was going on with them in their colonies. Nobody wanted to know because they considered the black people as slaves. They said that they are dark-skinned people, so they don't have any freedom. There is no need of equality for them. That was the mind concept of the whites over there. Main features of apartheid again, there were separate schools and universities, separate shopping centers, separate coaches in trains. Marriage between persons belonging to two races was a criminal offense. So here we have seen that how they were forbidden to live in white areas. If they have to work in the white area, they need special permission. There were separate schools, separate universities, separate shopping centers, and even separate coaches in trains. They were not allowed to sit with the white people for traveling as well. And marriage between persons belonging to two races were considered as a criminal offense. So you can understand what was the situation that was happening in South Africa under this policy of apartheid. How they were not given proper treatment and equality, no freedom. Again, more points as main features of apartheid. There were restrictions on movement from one place to another. Non-whites, that means black people or colored people, right, had no votes. The policy of apartheid denied human rights to the non-whites. That means no proper human rights were given to them. They were not allowed to vote, and restriction of movement from one place to another was also restricted on them. Not only dark skin, the colored people also, those who are not white. Okay, so this way the whites, they started doing all type of discrimination towards the dark skinned people of South Africa. Here in this slide, you can see some pictures. Just read it. What's written over here? For use by white persons. Danger. Can you see this board? Danger. Natives, Indians and coloreds. If you enter these premises at night, you will be listed as missing. Armed guards shoot on sight. Savage dogs devour the corpse. You have been warned. If a boat in front of you, pointing towards you, what do you feel there? As a person, how do you feel? You are a citizen of that country and you are not given proper freedom and equal treatment. They have mentioned it in the board. This picture is there in your textbook as well. That natives, that means the people of South Africa, the dark skinned people, Indians who are there. Okay, Indians and colored people, that means those who are not properly black, not properly white, colored people. If you enter this premises at night, then you will be listed as missing. Clear? There are guards who are there who will shoot you at sight, and savage dogs are also there. That means the dogs will directly come to you, eat you up, finish you, bite you, kill you. But nobody is responsible for these things because they have already mentioned in the board. Nobody can question the whites. Right? So this was the situation what was actually going on in South Africa under the policy of apartheid. Here, segregation. Segregate. That means to separate things. Trains, buses, taxis, hotels, hospitals, schools and colleges, libraries, cinema halls, theaters, beach, swimming pool, public toilets were all separate for the whites and blacks. This was called segregation. Segregation, separating each and every area, even in public toilets. If the toilet is meant for white people, you cannot enter there. It will be a criminal offense. You will be punished. You will be given any type of punishment. Trains, buses, taxis, hotels and even hospitals. If a emergency medical condition is needed, you cannot enter into a white's hospital. If you are living near to that area or if you are passing through that area, you find an hospital, it will be mentioned over there only for whites. And in emergency condition also, you cannot enter there. So that was the situation which was happening under the policy of apartheid. Theaters and even beaches. There also some area was mentioned that only whites will go towards this area. Blacks cannot enter there. Clear? More. They could not even visit the churches where whites worshipped. Where the whites worship, they cannot even go to worship the God. They cannot even go to that church. Blacks could not form association or protest against the terrible treatment. That means the terrible treatment, the problems, the inequality, whatever the blacks were facing, they can't even question to the white people. Otherwise, again, it is a criminal offense and they will be given proper punishment for their protest. They cannot form association. So that was the condition of segregation again. Not only train, buses, taxis, hospitals and colleges and schools, even they cannot visit churches. Even they cannot form an association, they cannot protest, they cannot go for a strike, they cannot question the whites for whatever ill treatment they are doing to the same citizens of that country. That was the policy under apartheid, racial discrimination. Now, the end of the policy of apartheid. How did it become? How did the end came? That we are going to see here. In 1910, the African National Congress was formed, which aimed at establishing a non-racial democratic South Africa. African National Congress established in 1910, and what was their main aim? Their main aim was they want to bring a non-racial democratic South Africa. They don't want the difference, the inequality, the unequal treatment, anything shown between the dark skin, colored or white people. They wanted a non-racial democratic South Africa. That was the main aim of African National Congress. The movement was intensified in the 1950s, and in 1916 the African National Congress was banned, and its leaders were jailed. Why did they got jailed? Because they were working or they were protesting against the whites. If we are protesting against the whites, that means you are doing something great offense. You are doing a criminal offense. Then, of course, as a indiscrimination is going on there, will they leave you? Will they allow the proper Congress to work? No. So, 1910 it came into action. 1950 the movement was intensified. In 1960 the African National Congress was banned. Okay, now next slide. The African National Congress organized its own army to fight against the racial regime. The UN condemned the policy of South Africa. By the end of the 1980s, the international isolation of the government of South Africa was complete. Now again they are working for the end of the policy of apartheid. The African National Congress, they didn't step back. What did they do? They organized its own army to fight against the racial regime, to fight against the racial discrimination what was going on. Because if they will not do so, then who is going to fight? There should be leaders. If leaders are there, then only the citizens, those people who cannot come out into light, they don't have that proper leadership quality. How will they be getting help? Okay. By the end of the 1980s, the international isolation of the government of South Africa was complete. Now, what is the meaning of international isolation? That means international isolation is a penalty applied by the international community or a sizable or powerful group of countries like the UN towards one nation, government or people's group. Okay, that means African National Congress that was banned. Okay, isolation was there. So by the end of the 1980s, the international isolation of the government of South Africa was complete. Then what did they do? With it began the process of ending the apartheid. The penalty what was there of banning South African government, it was completed. Now again they started working. It began with the process of ending the apartheid. The ban on the African National Congress was lifted and its leaders were released. Those leaders who got jailed, they were released after this isolation penalty was completed. Ban was also taken up, ban was also lifted, and all the leaders got released again. Clear? So from here, this topic we will start in our next section. So again, I am doing a fast recap what we have learned now. That is introduction to Constitution. What is Constitution? That means it is a basic rule that the citizens and the government have to follow, and it is known as the supreme law of the country. It gives right to citizen, parts to the government, and also how the government should function. In South Africa, democratic constitution was having a struggle against apartheid. What is apartheid? It's a policy of discrimination on the basis of race and skin color. There are different features in apartheid. That is, the black people are not allowed to enter into the white areas. They should take permission to work with the whites. They have separate schools, universities, shopping malls, separate coaches. If there is any marriage happening between two races, then it is a criminal offense. A restriction of movement from one place to another was there. Non-whites were not allowed to cast the votes. There were different banners and posters kept everywhere showing that where the whites are there, where the blacks should not enter. They were not allowed to go into same trains, buses, schools and colleges. That was called segregation. Even churches were in the segregation group. The blacks were not allowed to make any association or protest. Then in 1910, African National Congress came with the aim of establishing a non-racial democratic South Africa, but then it got banned. But again, the UN condemned the policy of South Africa. The international isolation of the government was ended, and then again the African National Congress ban was lifted, and the leaders were released, those who went to jail in the beginning. And then they started the proper process of ending the apartheid. So from here we are going to learn tomorrow. Have a nice day.